Well, hello guys and girls, I hope you're doing well. We're back once again for another video. And before we make a start on this video, I just wanted to touch on the sound coming out of my microphone. So a few of you guys have mentioned in the previous couple of videos that it's a little bit on the low side and you're struggling to hear me at points during the video. So I've increased the output by 12 decibels. That should be okay. If it's too much, still not enough, or just fine, can you let me know down in the description below? It really does help me out. As I say, when I listen to it, it listens a certain way, but I know a lot of other people use computers or headphones or no headphones at all and just out of their loudspeakers, so it'd be good to know where we get to. So just before we get into the video, guys, I just want to thank you again for everything that you've done for me in the short time that I've been here, both on YouTube and on Twitch. The support has been amazing. I just wanted to touch on this. I know this channel at the moment is pretty heavily centered around kind of horsemen and things like that. So there was a change announced by Scopely. I personally think it's a good change, it's a helpful change, and one that I'm glad to see. But I'd be interested to know where you guys think and what your feelings are, what your thoughts are, as well as the kind of rest of the blog that we saw come out last night. So without further ado, if you like what you see and you want to come back for more, please do drop a subscription below. We broke through 300, which is phenomenal, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. Also, do drop a like. It's completely free. It helps with the wild west of the YouTube algorithm. I can't even speak about the YouTube algorithm. It's a hidden code, but please do drop that like. It really, as I say, does help me out, and it's completely free to you guys. So without further ado, what have they done? I know there's been a number of videos from Envoys. There's some great videos by Valley and some great videos by Mobile, especially around these scourges and the changes that they've made. So we'll quickly review the blog, but I really want to hyper focus on the Scourge things. That's what's affecting me at the moment, and that's what's affecting a lot of you who watch my channel. So the standard kind of events that are coming up, as I say, I won't go through these in too much detail. If you want to pause, by all means, if you've not seen the blog, I suggest you kind of go and have a look at it. But as I say, Valley, Mobile, a couple of other Envoys do some really good in-depth breakdowns of those. So if you want those from me, let me know. I'll certainly bring them. I'm normally out on a Friday, so it would normally be on a Saturday that I'll be able to review it. But if it's something that you guys think that you want my spin on, my take on, then please do let me know, and I'm happy to do that. Obviously, we've got some information around Hive Mind there, so Void Knight's coming out, which is good to see. And then we've got kind of Gwenham as well. I'm happy with them. I'm firmly in the camp of I'm not building them for now. I've got so much that I'm trying to build. Let's not talk about alien spores, shall we, and how many that's going to need for these. But as it sits at the moment, I've got too many things that I'm farming, certainly with APOC and the Scourges and things like that. So I will probably unlock them. Is it a team that I'm going to go hard on? Not at this moment in time. It's not something that I think I can justify the resource. But I know there's some people out there that are really kind of hyped about these and what they're going to bring. But as I say, I think the number of alien spores gives me flashbacks to when we got symbiotes and everybody was alien spores, and it was not a great time. So 120 speed's not too bad over there as well. So we've got a Venom update, which I don't think is a surprise to anybody. And then we've obviously got a Carnage one as well. So I'd be interested to know what's going to go on with the symbiotes. Can we make something with the remaining ones? Can we shoehorn them into another team? Can we kind of merge maybe with Web Warriors? I don't know. But it'd be interesting to see kind of what happens when we remove these guys from that team. And then, as I say, the main thing that I really wanted to touch on is the changes that are coming to the Scourges. It's something that we've talked about. As those of you that watch my stream and those of you that watch me kind of play through them, I've got all four. I've been able to get Red Hulk to 7, and I've been able to get Rogue to 7. Archangel and Morgan are very elusive to me. I haven't been able to get the 6 on Archangel yet, and I'm not able to get the 7 on Morgan. Part of that is due to the teams that you need for nodes 5 and node 10. You can complete them by max difficulty, couple of packs, and doing kind of 5 nodes. You can just about do 4, but I find that it's easier to do kind of the 5th node. But for that, you need these good teams. So standard stuff in the blog this week, Free Claim Friday, nothing really to write home about there. The events that are coming up as well, as I say, if you really want me to kind of bring these down in more detail, I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. But I know there's a lot of outlets out there that do that. Level 100, more levels, greater power. This is going to really help me and a lot of you guys who haven't done Dark Dimension 6 yet. You know, it's a lot easier to do these Dark Dimensions and higher end content if there's more kind of levels behind you. far more power, far more health, far more kind of resilience and stuff like that you can have in your teams. So I'm looking forward to level 100. I'm still level 93 at the moment, so I've got a little bit of a way to go. But as you can see here, there'll be an XP event as well that will drop on the 15th, and it will kind of lead up to that event as well. So someone like me who's not level 95 is really going to take advantage of this event, happy with the double XP. If I'm not going to be 95 by the time level 100 launches, this event is certainly going to get me there. So those of you that are probably early mid-game players that maybe haven't achieved level 95, take full advantage of that. It's going to be really, really helpful for you. And then the main event, then what we're here for, the Scourge event input updates. And again, I would caveat this. I know Mobile posted a really good point on his video. So Archangel has confirmed on Mobile's stream that it's not likely to be changing for the next round. So if our maths is right, we have next week off, then they come back. This update is unlikely to be implemented in time for that one. So if you are holding for this, you are going to have to hold a little bit longer. It's going to be a kind of almost a month, kind of 3 weeks from now is the earliest guesstimate, I guess, that we have for this at the moment. So unless something drastically changes, you're not going to be getting these in a week. So if you're hinging your bets on getting them in just over a week, you're probably going to be let down by that. But at least they've announced that on Mobile Stream there, so we're not kind of left wondering and hoping. Morgan's is the one that I'm a little bit iffy about, if I'm honest with you. Hive Mind is great long term. 2 of them aren't even out right now. So I kind of question a little bit why Hive Mind now, and why not maybe pick a slightly more usable team. Even, it could be anything, any team where there's 5, you could have put Brotherhood in there or something like that, not phenomenal characters, but you could have put them in there or something like that. X-Force, X-Factor, those type of ones that aren't top tier, teams, but ones that a lot of people will probably have some element of building. Similarly with Underworld, I'm probably a little bit out of the meta when it comes to Underworld. Mine aren't big enough by any stretch of the imagination, so mine aren't going to be phenomenally useful for that. But for me, I'm just happy to see these are being expanded. I kind of wish there was a 5th team in there. As I said, you keep Hive Mind if you want, keep Underworld if you want, maybe another one. That's me being greedy, but I think Web Warriors at those difficulties, 9, 10, they just don't cut it. So the team itself just does not land enough, has not got the survivability and durability that you need to get through those highest difficulties. So I'd have liked to have seen a slightly more usable 3rd and 4th team, but for those of you that have got big Underworlds, you're probably going to breeze through it on auto. So that's the one that I'm a little bit meh about. Rogue, I think, is brilliant. I think that will be absolutely fine for people to get through now. I think it's going to be pretty much a one and done for most. I think, Infestation, probably not got them phenomenally built, but we need Spider Weaver for APOC. So again, it makes a lot of kind of sense. It's not even Spider Weaver, but that's where we were going with it. But I think Infestation as a whole will have a good amount of use on there. Whether you want to build them, I don't know. Whether they'll have survivability in a mode like this, again, I don't know. But Secret Defenders and New Warriors, you just need those 2, right? Those 2 will be able to do it for you pretty comfortably, pretty easily. You've got Young Avengers and A-Force, obviously, that do okay. Photon A-Force I found really useful when I done mine, and I unlocked Rogue without those extra ones. But to see that up to 6, that was where I was a little bit, not concerned, but I was a little bit kind of, why are you putting 6 into Rogue and only 4 into Morgan, especially when Morgan's difficulty of opponents seems to be tuned far higher than the other 3. So from memory, I think difficulty 8 for Morgan is over 200k, and the rest of them are like 160. So yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. So I hope that they maybe have a little look at this one and see what we can do going forward. Red Hulk, This was the easiest for me. I found this very, very easy. They've increased it now to be all Asgardians, which I think is brilliant. Black Order and Thanos, absolutely fantastic. Ravager as well. So if you didn't get Red Hulk, you're easily going to get Red Hulk now. There's some very, very good characters. I didn't find the Scourge too difficult once I knew what I was doing. I did need to do a little bit of sacking at the back end, but I think that's going to be absolutely fine. And then the one that I find the hardest, the absolute hardest, is Archangel. That top one fills me with so much confidence and happiness. You can do villain instead of minions. Now, Mobile mentioned it in his video, titled it, do not build your minions. You do not need to worry about your minions. Villain is a phenomenal amount of characters. You will not use a single minion in that. Pegasus will be able to wipe node 5 and 10 almost exclusively and comfortably, right? So I've got 700k War Dogs, couldn't finish the 10th node. My Kestrel is almost half that power of the War Dogs team. So what do you think? Are you guys happy with this? Do you think it's making it too easy for us? I know that's a debate that we've had in my stream as well, around those of you that unlocked these in the old method you didn't have this luxury, right? You only had those two teams and you had to force your way through it. Do you think it's too easy now? Do you think that they should make it even easier still? Let me know what your kind of thoughts are down in the description box below. But that's everything from me today, guys. Let me know, as I said, your thoughts, your feelings, your views. Always keen to understand that. We'll be back live streaming tomorrow. Thank you ever so much for listening today. Drop a thumbs up and drop a subscription if you haven't already, guys, and I'll see you all soon.